feed my lambs and feed my sheep. We hear this right after the time of the resurrection. Jesus is risen from the dead. He's claimed victory over death, and now he's come to visit. He visits Mary Magdalene in the morning. He visits the disciples of Emmaus in the afternoon. And in the evening, he comes and he visits with the apostles. And Thomas isn't there. We don't know why Thomas isn't there, but he isn't. And when the apostles go and they say to Thomas, "We've seen the Lord," Thomas says, "I'm not going to believe that. I don't believe in the resurrection until I see Jesus myself. And I put my hand through the nails in his hand, and I put my hand in the side where he was pierced. Then and only then will I believe that you actually saw Jesus and that he's alive and he's well." Well, maybe a week later, the apostles are gathered together in a room, locked, afraid for their lives because they're afraid of what happened to Jesus would happen to them. And so what they do is they get together and they pray. And as they're doing this, through the walls comes Jesus. Only this time Thomas was with them. And he bows down and he blurts out, "My Lord and my God." His attestation of his faith. But why? Because he has seen the Lord himself. He did not believe that the apostles had told him was true. But Jesus said to him, "Thomas, why did you doubt? You did not believe. Come, take your hand and put it through the nails in my hand, and put your hand in my side, and then you will know for sure that I am real." And Thomas again blurts out, "My Lord and my God." Faith. Because that's what God asks, Jesus asks for us. He asks us to believe in him, that he is the word of truth, of goodness, of justice, of mercy, of forgiveness. And that's why he came. He came to give us himself, totally, completely, unrestrained, unconditional love. And then he says to Peter, "Peter, I want you to go out and I want you to feed my sheep. Take care of my flock and take care of those that I put into your charge." And so when Jesus says this to his apostles, we're the descendants of those apostles. And because we're the descendants of those apostles, we've been also commissioned to do the same thing that they did. To go out and to spread the message of truth, of beauty, of goodness, of salvation, of forgiveness, and of mercy. And it's going to be us who's going to change this world. And God only knows this world needs to be changed. It is falling apart at the seams. And it's doing this because we've lost our faith and trust in God. We've thrown God out of our lives. We've said God is dead. We don't want any part of him. Get rid of him. And because we've done this in insidiously ways that have come into our life to distract us at every moment, whether it's from cell phone or whether it's from Netflix or whether it's from the internet, whatever it is, it's something taking us away from God. Or we say we don't worship false gods, but we do. Every time we put something in front of God, that is a false god. And that is a god that we worship. And it is against our first commandment. God must be number one in our life. And if our world is to return to any kind of normality, to any kind of sanity, which right now does not exist, it's only going to happen if we put God back there. And it's not a big thing. It just takes a little bit. Every day, just give him a little bit more of your life. Take some time out of the busy day. Don't watch Netflix for 1 hour. Turn around and just get quiet and peaceful and give your life to God. All he asks is that you be real to him. All he asks is that you give him back the glory and adoration and praise and gratitude that he deserves from you. It's not hard. He's not asking you to go stand on a soapbox He's not asking you to become anything different than what you are. He just wants you to be who you are. He just wants you to be real. And when you're real and you become the person that He made you to be, then you will be His message. You will be the word that's carried out to everyone that you meet, that you are different because you have something inside of you that's growing and developing and transforming you into Him. So, are you going to be willing to take the chance to let Him use you, let Him transform you, and let Him become one with you, so that when others look at you, they will see beyond you to Him? And then we can bring the joy, the peace, the justice that we need in our world today. We can't go on as doubting Thomases. We can't go on as people who refuse to see that the most important thing in our lives is not the here, but the hereafter. And it's only when we realize that the hereafter is the number one thing in our life and we're willing to work for that, then our life is worthless. Our life has no meaning. It's only when we see God, and then we can put ourselves back into His presence, and we can change this world. It's up to each and every one of us. Let us stop being doubting Thomases, doubting Kathys, doubting Joes, doubting Marys. Let us just be believers. And like Thomas the Apostle can say, my Lord and my God.